Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a video where we're going to talk about the three topics because they were rather fast and I just want to talk about them so that we had talked about them. First of which is yesterday in the video where we talked about the article on Automaton about Capcom's cancellation. Oh no, that was the day before. I'm sorry, it was Thursday. I saw the article about Final Fantasy XIV and said that we're gonna talk about that one. It's nothing special. Yoshi P, the director of Final Fantasy XIV, which, by the way, is one of my favorite games of all time. Uh, yeah, well, it's not in a good spot right now. That's why I'm not playing it, even though I really want to. It was just he watched the latest Gundam series, G-Quacks, which is fantastic, by the way. It really is. I enjoyed it so much. And it reminded him of his dream of Final Fantasy XIV back in the day, and that he wants to go back to that dream, basically, to that route they took back then. Which, okay, let's wait and see, because the last decisions they made, they weren't the best. They were really hard for me personally. But yeah, that's basically it. For me, I just love Final Fantasy XIV. I love Gundam, by the way. Yesterday, I picked up my 4 starter kits for the trading card game. Um, so that you see, these are just 2. I'm not going to show you all of them. Yeah, I already oops, triple sleeved my cards. These are just the token and resource cards. The rest is waiting on my table. I'm just waiting for my printer to finish the next deck box. And yeah, so I was really excited to see that Gundam is reviving his passion for Final Fantasy XIV again, which is fair. Then we have EA is afraid of us gamers, and I love this so much. EA, Electronic Arts, with the CEO Android Wilson, which I love to name him. Uh, his real name is Andrew. Yeah, but he's not a real person, just to be clear. He acts like an android. So, and with. I forgot the name of the lady again, the one who said that they do not call them loot boxes, they call it surprise mechanics. Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit that was. And I have a tiny spider on my arm and I don't want to crush it because they eat the mosquitoes. Okay, nice. Yeah, they are afraid of us and stop killing games. So, what did they do? The game Anthem. I already talked about that one a week ago with fake frames and fake games. And how fake the trailer in 2017 was. Anthem looked amazing. Anthem was one of the games that I was really, really excited for. Then we played it. Luckily, they had a demo. A thing that I want to come back. I want more demos, by the way. Demos are the reason in the last couple of months why I bought some games. But doesn't matter. With Anthem, it was like, this game is crap. This game is the worst. And now with Stop Killing Games, now that we are at this point, I looked earlier today and we were at 1,300,000 something signatures already, which I love, which is amazing. Thank you so much. If you're in the EU, thank you so much for your signature for that one. And they have to make the game, well, available for us after that. And they were just like, oh crap, we probably should pull the plug on it right now before Stop Killing Games does something. Because luckily there is a lot of pushback here. from us gamers, and I love this so much. And so they had a statement: we will be sunsetting Anthem on January 12th, 2026. This means that the game will still be playable online for the next 180 plus days. As of today, you can no longer purchase in-game premium currency, but you can still use your remaining balance until the servers go offline. We deeply appreciate your dedication, passion, and support over the years, and we'd like to thank you for that. Oh boy, I mean, the article is already a couple of days old, so is the statement, so I don't know if it's still 180 days plus, but I really do not care. What I do care is about that the game will not be available after that. It is a loss, and by that I mean not because I want to make fun of it or anything else. I mean that, again, like with my Nintendo video and the FBI and games that are not available anymore, it is really important for upcoming devs to look at games, to look at the code, and to make better games out of it. There might have been a chance that, not might have been, there will be a chance that someone wants to make an Iron Man game and says, you know what, the flying in Anthem was incredible. Which was really fun. The flying was fantastic. Well, at least that's how I remember it. The rest of the game was rather murky and bare bones. But yeah, I might misremember. Doesn't really matter at this point. But that person might go into the code of Anthem, play a little bit around, and find the better way for it. And make an awesome suit game. Let me just call it like that. An Iron Man game, basically. That would have been so fantastic. But now the chance is gone. Because EA is scared. The really funny thing here is, it's so sad that I don't have my Warhammer Online shirt right now. It's in the laundry. Warhammer Online, the MMO made by EA back in the day, was 2008-ish or something like that. 2008 or 2009. It was a really fun game. It had some issues, but they tried to compete with World of Warcraft and had it with, what was it? What was 28 or 29? It was not Battle for Azeroth. It was something else. Warlords of Draenor? I forgot. And it really doesn't matter. They tried to compete with it. It, of course, pulled everyone out of Warhammer Online. It failed. EA took the servers down. But you know what? You can still play Warhammer Online for free. You can download it right now because fans are still keeping it alive, because the upper management back then from EA said, yeah, do whatever. I don't care. Which is fantastic. And it works. The game works. You can play it. It's not the first game that's been taken down that was online only. I already made the examples of MMOs and World of Warcraft and private servers and stuff. But yeah, EA is scared, and that is a good thing. I hope that everyone else in the AAA gaming sphere is scared as well. Oh no, sorry, quadruple A in Ubisoft's case, because I don't remember the name, Skulls and Bones or whatever. The shitty pirate game, when they had a perfect pirate game with Black Flag, and now they're remastering it because they think maybe it will get people back. And it will get people back, because everyone, not everyone, there are so many people that want another Black Flag, and they're just remastering it because it's easier, it's an easy cash grab, and it will sway public opinion back into Ubisoft's favor. I will call it today. The other thing I want to talk about is, I only have pictures of it because I don't have a Twitter account. Rafael Colantonio is the head of Arcane Studios. Not Arcane, the League of Legends series, but Arcane, the gaming studio behind Dishonored, behind Prey, and so on. I think Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade, subsidized by Microsoft's infinite money, but at some point reality has to hit. I don't think Game Pass can coexist with other models. They'll either kill everyone else or give up. Really interesting with this one. You can see he wrote it on July the 5th, so a week ago. Again, I don't have Twitter, I don't know what's happening on there, and I'm not willing to make an account for that one, but doesn't matter. Rafael Colantonio has a lot of insight in the gaming industry as far as I'm aware of. He's also one of the people who profited off of Game Pass, so he again comes from a point of insight here. Game Pass right now has about 34 to 35 million subscribers, which is a lot. But they are plateauing. That's why they are pushing so much right now into that direction. Again, my example with Outer Worlds 2, which is going to be an 80 euros or your regional equivalent gaming price. But it's a day one thing on Game Pass. And who is willing to pay $80 for Outer Worlds 2? There are people around. Of course, there are people around. But it's easier on Game Pass. Just go on Game Pass. Don't worry. We are Xbox. We are from Microsoft. We are the good guys. Come to us. Nom, 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 nom. We will gobble you up. Yeah, and at this point, Game Pass has increased the price a lot over the last years, and don't come at me with inflation or whatever. They have Microsoft behind them. They should make better decisions to make it more profitable. Apparently it is profitable, but we don't know. There are no real numbers behind it. I tried to look into it, but I couldn't find anything. But then we have... Oh, wait, doesn't it? Now, wait. Yeah, they are still not profitable after 8 years. They are still in customer acquisition phase, hoping one day the subscription revenue will be greater to the investments. 100 billion in acquisitions, licensing, and dev costs. Do the math. They have 35 million subscribers, including the $1. Okay, he says that is not profitable. We will come to that in a moment and why I said that one earlier. I agree, but it's a long game that involves throwing a tsunami at the entire ecosystem of the industry. Only the gamers like it because the offer is too good to be true, which it is. But eventually even gamers will hate it when they realize the effects on the games. Let me talk about this one first. This one is really important because this is the Netflix syndrome right now that Netflix has with series and with piracy. At first, it looks great. You have a monthly subscription, which is just a couple of bucks, and or more now, depending on where you live and which subscription model you choose, which Game Pass has as well. But what Netflix is pumping out lately is really mid to bad. I still haven't seen Squid Game 3. We are watching Squid Game Season 1 again, going into Season 2, because we still haven't seen that one. And then we're gonna watch Season 3, but what I've heard right now, it's not that good. The last good thing we had was One Piece, the live action one. I enjoyed that one. I'm not the biggest One Piece fan, but I like that the whole story is now condensed into just a couple of episodes and the original creator is working with them. And not like with Avatar Last Airbender, where the original creators just said goodbye. I hope I will never see you again, basically. My words, not their words. And there is a lot of crap on Netflix right now, and this will happen to Game Pass. Game Pass is at the point where there are great games on there. Do not get me wrong. There are really, really great games on there. Again, I completely agree with Rafael Colantonio here because the gamers like it, because its offer is too good to be true. This is the Godfather point. You come here at the day of my daughter's wedding. I will make you an offer that you cannot refuse. That is basically that. And then you make the handshake deal and see, oh, things are getting worse. Things are getting sloppy right now. And it will come to that point where they see, oh, okay, this person is playing a lot of, I don't know, jump and run games, so we're gonna put more jump and run games out of there for that person. Because 15% of gamers like this. I don't know. Or RPGs. And RPGs especially will suffer from this because of crappy writing. Just look at Dragon Age Whaleguard. And gameplay-wise, it's going to suck. But yeah, let's go further. This is from Christopher Dring. Okay, I need to clarify something. First, Xbox Game Pass is profitable even when you factor in the lost sales for its first-party teams. Sources who would know have told me. Trust me, bro. Over 18 months ago, I checked with Xbox about what's included in the Game Pass PL. Basically, I was looking to see if Game Pass costs factor in the impact to unit sales of their internal studios. I was told that first-party games have their own P&L separate to Game Pass as they make money via other means. I felt this piece of internal accountancy might mean Game Pass is profitable, but it sure does put pressure on the margins for its internal games and possibly means some studios don't make as much profit or any profit at all. This is really important, that there are studios that basically make no money. Or if they make money, it's not that much, which is really important for, you guessed it, the devs. That doesn't actually matter in real terms, but seeing the impact Game Pass was having on first-party games and the amount of money Xbox was spending on studios, I wanted to check if the full impact of the service was being considered in their Game Pass's profitable line. This was before Xbox started publishing fully on PS5. Studios can now make stronger margins on premium sales as a result of that move. But regardless to all that, sources have reached out to tell me that even when you include lost revenue associated with first-party games, not just unit sales but microtransactions, Game Pass is still profitable, so that's great. Really weird to me, but I'm not the biggest fan of Game Pass. Again, the offer is great, but I'm not a subscriber of it because I'd rather buy my games and support the devs and the teams behind that with real numbers and not just something that we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, because we really do not know. We have no numbers out there. What is happening behind there? And again, it is the Netflix thing. It is the Disney thing. Disney is also throwing a lot of crap around, and the good things out there are just getting washed down the stream, and not many people know about it. That is really, really sad. But yeah, the video is already too long. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say, and of course want to talk more about it with you. With that, I of course mean like and subscribe. Wait, wrong outro. I'm tired, you can probably tell. Please do all the things that make the dings, or we may never see each other again. With that, I of course mean like and subscribe. And yeah, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye.